All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. Today we're gonna do a get ready with me. It's been a minute since I've filmed anything. So yeah, I'll try to list the products down below. I just can't, I'm not a multitasker in terms of interrupting myself and then having like a fluid conversation. But it's been a minute since I've filmed anything. I am kind of using the viewfinder to look at myself. So I hope that doesn't bother anyone, but basically I'm gonna catch you up a little bit on my life. So I think it's been a month since I've posted anything, which is not that big of a deal. When I was in school, there would be months where I just wasn't posting anything, and that was that. Right now, I'm actually not in work. We have a hiatus basically until we come back, and then there's for those of you who don't know, I'm a production assistant for a TV show, and there's also there's a writer's strike that's potentially gonna happen. If it happens, it'll start in May, and then we will know when we're coming back. So I've kind of been using this time to work on my own projects. Me and my friends have a little production company that we're working on, and we actually started a podcast. So that was really fun. If you want to check it out, it's called Get Set. It's all about set life. So, if you're not interested, it's not about makeup or anything or project planning or anything like that. It's about the film industry. So yeah, I mean, we think it's cool and really interesting, and specifically working in the film industry. Yeah, but I'm gonna try and, film a bunch of panning videos today. That being said, basically, I mean, that medium was all audio content, so not even visual content. So I haven't really been doing a lot of makeup. There's no reason for me to do makeup. I've been kind of giving my skin a break. I've been working here and there on little odd jobs and whatnot, but I just haven't needed to put on makeup. And sometimes it's nice to put on makeup just for yourself, right? But I mean, personally, I've been I just want to give my skin a break. I did a chemical peel that was pretty intense, and which is cool because I have obviously acne and stuff, but I also have scarring, and I definitely feel the texture of the scarring itself has gone down, but it was pretty intense. So there was a moment where I was okay, I'm gonna film for March, and then I went and did this chemical peel, and I was well, I've had that before. It's not too bad, but this one was we went intense. So I was very peely, and there was no real working around it for about a week, if not a little bit more. But yeah, that's kind of been my life. So another reason why I didn't really post anything is obviously a project pan. So I didn't have a ton of progress on any of my stuff. And so, because I've basically been doing makeup maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, depending. So, even when I update, I'm going to update here in a second. And there's just not, after I'm done filming this, I'm going to go and film all my stuff. And there's just not that much progress on things. I have this Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's my only foundation right now. It's too light for me, I think. So I need to get in and yeah. So I put on a concealer that's a little bit too dark, and I actually bought it to mix for foundation. I'm just using up that, but there's not much concealer left. So I really do need to go in and get a double wear foundation that properly matches me. I also am on the hunt for a foundation slash, I don't know, I want something a little bit lighter. I was using the Kosas, I think it's Skin Tint is what it is. And it was a makeup artist gave it to me. She just had, a bunch that happens a lot during wrap. The production assistants tend to get, the scraps and everything. I mean, it was a lovely scrap. I'm not saying it was bad, but But yeah, she gave it to me, and she gave me the correct match and everything. But I think it's 1.5 or something, and they don't sell that on Sephora. It's and even that was a little bit dark. I also am not sure I love I don't know, I like how light it was, and I don't mind that it's a little bit oily because it's basically an oil. I don't mind that per se, but I do know I get pretty oily, and I don't know, I do want lighter coverage, and especially because I know that we film a lot of outside stuff during the hot months of 100-degree weather and everything. And so while last year we had a lot of masks, we had to wear masks, so I was just well, I'm not gonna put on any makeup. I'm just putting on sunscreen, any face makeup, so because there's no point. But this year I know that like things are getting a little bit less strict with the masks now. They're starting to not have that be as much of a thing anymore. So I need to find something, all that long story to tell you, that I need to find a lighter coverage, like CC type cream. I like the It Cosmetics CC. I remember it being a little too dark for me, but that was also when I was like the lightest of lights. And I have been, because I, with a production assistant, I mean, right now I'm actually pretty light, but because of my job, I'm working on sets and everything, a lot of stuff is outdoors. So I actually get quite a bit of a tan. So that might actually be one that I go back to. But let me know if you know of anything that's kind of like in between like the Kosas skin tint and the Cosmetics like CC cream, the matte CC cream. I really like the matte CC cream. The other one is like so oily. And I really like this Estee Lauder, but it's just so heavy. It's beautiful, but like if you get like super sweaty or like really oily, it can break down really quickly, fairly easily. And I mean, it's not bad if you're only working like 6 hours, but we on sets, like our day is a 12-hour minimum usually. So yeah, like that's how long we're shooting, where, you know, we come in a little bit before and a little bit after, like a couple, you know, so we're really doing like 14-hour days. But how have you all been? It's been a hot minute since I've like talked to you all. It's been a long time since I've done a Get Ready With Me, first of all, because I just really enjoy my time. Like when I get ready in the mornings, I put on YouTube, so I watch everyone else's Get Ready With Me, and that's like, I love that so much. So yeah, it's like my YouTube time. So I'm like, it's hard to be like, oh yeah. And a lot of times if I don't actually have anything to say, I'm like, what's the point? And they tend to be kind of a lower viewed thing on my channel anyway, so I feel like I'm not like, it's not like I'm letting the entire world down if I don't do it, you know? All right. All of these, this is my project pan stuff, by the way, everything that I'm using, because I need to get my usage in. I remember, I think in my last video, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna take some time and just play with my makeup and not worry about project pan stuff. Well, I did not do that because I didn't play with makeup at all. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna not do that and just take a break from makeup. I will say, even with like my little usage on things, there's some progress, which is lovely. It's actually kind of amazing. I'm gonna be doing my project polish here in a sec. And there are some empties. We have some rollouts. So let me just tell you that I don't think I have any other empties anywhere else, but there's progress in other places. So that's good. Okay, so brows. That means I don't talk to you. So see you in a second when my brows are done. I've been using just my brow powder now. I used to have, which I did finish actually, like a little pencil, an eye pencil. Oh my gosh. When words are lost, what can you do? But yeah, so now I've just been doing just my brow powder, and then, oh, hey, there's sun, rainbow. I also have, I mean, I have like a little gel tint type thing that I use as well. But yeah, that's like my two-step process. Let me just tell you, I've also been starting, which is the biggest surprise for me. I've been running. Oh my gosh. I've started to like be a runner. What is going on? I always used to hate running. I mean, I'm not going far. Like, I'm lucky if I can run like 2 miles without stopping. Yeah, whenever, you know, when you in high school, you'd have to do like the PE and stuff. I mean, I was very fit in high school. I did cheer and tumbling and stuff, and so I had like a 6-pack back in the day, which, I mean, I guess as a high schooler's not super crazy, just because metabolism seems to work pretty fast anyways when you're younger. But I was definitely athletic. I definitely had, like, you could see my muscles, all of that. It was great. Now, not so much. Especially, I think that was like the biggest thing, is I was like, okay, I'm gonna be off for a hot minute now. And from going from being on your feet for 14 hours of the day to not doing that because I'm a normal human being now, while I'm not working, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that. I have to like purposefully work out and like, you know, do stuff or eat very little, which that's not an option. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to make this a part of my like life, is working out. And for some reason at this moment in time, running, it was it. I did set a goal to run 100 miles throughout the entire year, just like hit 100 miles run as my New Year's resolution. Because for some reason I was like, had an itch. I was like, I'm gonna do that. Don't know why. But basically it's like running for 100 days, which is not like in the year, which isn't too bad. So yeah, I've been doing that. I've been trying to make that happen. And it's kind of crazy and kind of scary, and not scary. Why would it be scary? It's not scary. I just go on the treadmill at my little gym in my apartment. I'm using the Blink palette. It's my pan and everything. I feel like we're really close to hitting pan on this, so hopefully we can hit pan together. That would be really nice. I'm just gonna show you. I literally just do, well, not really a one eyeshadow look, but as I've already put on, this is my second eyeshadow technically, but it's essentially a very simple one eyeshadow look. But I wet my brush and then I pack this on, and then I'll just use this same color. It's like the dark color over here in my crease and down below as well, and buff it out just to get a look, which, I mean, as a project planner, I think people tend to want to use more shadows, more different types of shadows and colors and stuff to go through their stuff. It's interesting. I feel like I'm not moving away from the project planning community, but I've started to be much more relaxed with my project planning recently, in that I feel like I'm no longer dying to see all the new releases and all that. Like, makeup is not really my hobby that much anymore. Like, it's not an obsessive hobby like it once was, which is, I feel like maybe part of like the healing process for me of the consumerism stuff, because the whole reason I started project planning was because it was just like, first of all, I got in the consumer mindset and I bought all the things. When Kathleen Lights told me I needed everything, I said, yeah, you're right, let me buy everything. So, I grew my collection fairly quickly. And I was basically, that was from me not doing anything with my makeup. Like, I had a handful of makeup items, but I was not a makeup enthusiast. I was not any of that. I just did my normal like stuff every single day. And I remember before I even got into the makeup side of things and YouTube and beauty YouTube and stuff, was that my friend had one of I think the Naked 2 palette, and she had almost used up like 2 shades in it already and had hit pan on multiples. And I was like, oh my gosh, how cool would that be? Because that would be so cool to like use up a whole eyeshadow palette. Like, what the heck? How insane would that be? And how cool would that be? And she's like, yeah, it'd be cool. And I remember watching Kathleen Lights, and yeah, I would love all the stuff. I buy all the things and like love it and everything. That's really hitting me. Okay, I'm gonna try to just lean this way. I'm right next to a window and I love it, but the shadows are not fun. I don't know, guys. I don't think we're hitting pan. These pants are so deep. But yeah, I would love all her stuff. I would, love her videos. Big fan. Fell into the hype of everything. And yeah, I also was like, I want to start a YouTube channel, because like, if she can do it, why can't I, sort of thing, And I remember watching and being like, but I definitely already know, like, I can't afford to actually buy everything. Sorry, I'm like very much aware of all the lights now. I know I can't actually like afford to buy everything. Like, I can't keep up with everything that she's doing. And I know that at that point she was kind of like saying like, oh yeah, I have all this stuff, but a lot of it is getting sent to me for free. And I'm like, okay, that's not a possibility for me right now. Just because obviously I also didn't have any presents. So I was like, but it'd be so cool if, I don't know, people just like actually just did YouTube by just doing their makeup and like not actually having the MO to like sell things or try new stuff, because I wasn't even necessarily interested. Like, I liked the palettes and I liked the new things, but that wasn't the draw for me. It was just like the community and like the fun of it. And anyways, I fell around to project planning, and yeah, I really liked it. I love it, still do. But I will say there was a time in my life when makeup wasn't freaking everything for me. And I really had this, like, the original habit anyways was to get something and use it up completely and just be happy with that and be satisfied. And I was happy and satisfied with that. But then I saw like the new and the cool and like, oh, I don't have that. Oh, I want to do XYZ or whatever. And yeah, so now I feel like I'm kind of like, okay, this is less of an obsession for me now. And I like that. Not to say that I won't ever like I think I'm still gonna do my YouTube channel, like, don't worry. But I just feel like I'm less like just involved, like overly involved almost, or yeah, involved. I have this one plant, like, I don't know if you can see, yeah. I actually put a lot of my plants that used to sit back here and I've hung them. It actually hangs a little bit lower normally and I had to raise it for filming because I didn't realize I was like, oh, the vines are just like really long, which is lovely. But yeah, all that to say, though I've not been online and checking in, I am doing fine with my makeup and my no buy and my low buy, or not really low buy, it's a no buy, and my no buy and all of that. So yeah, the temptation is not really necessarily getting to me. I'm not like obsessive about it. I definitely look to Sephora for their sales, and then I kind of like will stock up on things. So I will, during their like yearly or half yearly sales and stuff, like during their 20%, that's whenever I'll get like a couple serums and like a couple moisturizers and stuff, and that's whenever I'll stock up on stuff. And yeah, that's kind of how I've been living my life and doing my makeup stuff, and yeah, that's what's up. I know one of you all asked me, while I'm not obsessed with buying makeup anymore, someone did ask, they were like, although you don't buy makeup anymore, like that's not the problem, do you have issues anywhere else that you want to buy stuff? And I will say, I did that a minute with books because I was also an English major. That was like part of it. But then also, there's the booktube community. So basically anywhere that YouTube tells me to go, that's where I'm going to go. No, but there was that. And then I don't think I really ever bought a ton of clothes because I still wanted, like, whenever I started the project planning is when I moved out, and like that process of moving like my childhood room somewhere else, and then like knowing that I was moving like once a year, and so just knowing I was having to move stuff, like I always wanted to keep things very like compact and tight and not have so many things to move. And now I've been at this one apartment, this is going on my second year, so that's very exciting. And we'll see if, we can stay longer and everything. But I feel like I'm still in that mindset where I know I'm, like, eventually I probably will have to move all my stuff again. And I just don't like that. So I still try to keep things, like, small. I also, like, and the environmentalist in me is like, okay, don't waste stuff. Don't buy a bunch of things. I'm going to do my mascara and come back. And I feel like also I'm trying to save money, so I'm really trying not to buy unnecessary things anyway. I mean, it's still hard, but it's interesting. I feel like I could have gone that way with skincare, but one, my skin changes so much. Two, it's very sensitive to like breakouts in general. It's just can be a hot mess. And three, like, I know skincare goes bad quickly, so I don't like to stock up on it because I just know, I mean, makeup too, but that was already an issue before I like realized that. Didn't fall into that. Again, the clothes, I had too many clothes anyways. Like sometimes I'll buy like a lot of clothes. Like whenever the season wrapped, I actually had gone through 2 pairs of pants, meaning 2 pairs of pants ripped on me. So I had like in the crotch area, so no saving that. Yeah, I had to get some new pants and everything, and by the end of the season, which it was like 9 months, so it's not too bad to like have to do a shopping spree. But again, it was like a necessity that I just like had to do. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I've also like, I would prefer to spend my money, if I'm going to spend money, on things and experiences. Not to say that I don't know, it's hard to be like, yeah, I haven't had a problem. I had a problem with the books for a minute. I kind of delved a little bit highly into like skincare, but then quickly pulled back. Like I think I bought like 3 serums one time and was like, wait, that's too many. And so, I would use those up and then buy 2 the next time instead of like 3 or whatever. The clothes, not really an issue. I don't know. I just feel like because I'm trying to put my money away, that makes it easier, because if you just don't have the money to spend, then there's no point. Then you shouldn't spend it, or you can't spend it. I mean, there are ways you can spend it, but essentially. All right, that's my get ready with me. Thanks for getting ready with me. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if there's other topics you want to talk about with me. Also, stuff's gonna be coming out here soon with my Project Pan updates and all of that. Well, I think today I'm gonna try to do Project Pan, Pan That Palette, Project Polish, and empties. So we have some things coming. It's gonna be great. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, have a good day. Bye.